Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Take It to the Hizzy Fantasy Football TITTH number 59. I'm your host, Justin Bruni. I got Nick Davis with me. Tell him what's up, Nick.
What's up, guys?
So, yeah, we're off to a fast start tonight. We already got Chiefs and Bills in the game here. Chiefs are up 20-10. Nick's going to run you through the box score here. Chiefs are at 2nd and 5. I still want to say, yeah, they're about midfield here, but looking like they're getting ready to put up more points and blow open the spread. What do we got, Nick?
So Patrick Mahomes is 17 for 22, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has 19 carries for 148 yards. He has broken some runs today.
Going off before Bell comes to town. Smart move.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes, he has 6 carries for 27 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Darrell Williams, 3 carries for 26 yards and vultured a touchdown. Darwin Thompson, 3 carries, 17 yards. Tyreek Hill, 1 carry for 5 yards.
Ugh.
And then Demarcus Robinson is leading the team with 5 receptions, 69 yards. Travis Kelce, 4 receptions, 45 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, 3 receptions, 20 yards.
Need more, Tyreek. Need more.
Definitely need more. Darrell Williams, 1 for 15. Byron Pringle, 1 for 9. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has 3 receptions for 0 yards.
Clyde's the guy tonight. Clyde's the guy.
And then Ricky Seals-Jones and Mecole Hardman also have 1 target. On Buffalo's side, Josh Allen is 9 for 21 for 66 yards and a touchdown. I have always said his accuracy is poor. Josh Allen is leading the team in with 6 carries, 33 yards. Devin Singletary, 10 carries for 32 yards. Zach Moss for 5 carries for 10 yards. Pitiful. Stefon Diggs, 4 receptions, 27 yards and a touchdown.
Take that.
Yeah, I'll definitely take that. Cole Beasley, 2 receptions, 15 yards. Devin Singletary, 1 reception, 13 yards. Tyler Croft, 1 for 7. Isaiah McKenzie, 1 for 4. Yeah,
going to the arms here between Mahomes and Allen. That was the big talk like all season, right? Like, hey, who can throw farther? Who's got the better deep ball? Well, Allen, why don't we just work on completions first before we start talking about downfield strikes, okay? Man, I took the Bills on the spread tonight. I didn't need them to win. I didn't even to come out and be, godlike, racking up points or anything. But man, just cover the spread. You guys are killing me. It's been a weird week 6, though. It's been a weird week 6. We're pretty confident Chiefs are going to lock this one in, or do the Bills have a comeback in them?
I mean, they're definitely in it right now, unless I think if the Chiefs score right now, it's definitely out of reach, but you never know right now.
Yeah, the Bills need a turnover on this drive here, and we're going to stay checked in here, but we're going to get moving along as Clyde Edwards-Helaire, oh my gosh, is making his way through the tackles, nearly has a first down on 1st and 10 with a nice little 9-yard carry. It's going to be a long night. But yeah, we got Cowboys in Arizona still to go. Going to be starting off here in about an hour, so we're going to get into that game. Get into the total and the spread there. Give me 1 second. I already got the props pulled up. We're getting ahead of myself. So we got the Cardinals and the Cowboys. Cardinals are coming in as +1 dogs on the road. Cowboys hosting the Cardinals here. Cowboys really even. This is pretty much a coin flip. -116 on the money line for the Cowboys and -104 for the Cardinals. The over-under is at 55.5. Earlier today, I took the Bills on the spread, not looking great, parlayed with the over in this game for the Cardinals and the Cowboys. So I'm on the over here. Probably not hitting my parlay unless the Bills can perform some sort of miracle. Not expecting it. But what do you think about this next game up here? Cardinals, Cowboys, you have any inclination in leaning one way or the other? It's a tough one.
I'm going to say over. The defenses for both teams, I don't want to say that the Arizona defense is horrible like the Dallas defense, but they aren't in the top echelon of the defenses. So I just think it's kind of going to be a shootout. Dalton,
who you got in the game between the two, Cowboys and Cardinals?
I think Cardinals.
Cardinals on the road.
I think the Cardinals defense will be able to make one more stop against Dallas's offense. But it's really just going to be shootout. Really, Dalton has really nothing to lose as long as he can keep the game close. But I mean, he's got a lot of firepower that he has to give up this game to be able to stay with Arizona.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got all the weapons there. He's got Zeke. He's got Cooper, Gallup, Lamb, right? Dalton Schultz, Dalton on Dalton action there for Dallas. They should be looking good. Kansas City kicks a 37-yard field goal, going up 13. Not great. Need about 8 points here. Alan. Appreciate that. Get on it. So yeah, I like the Cowboys, I guess. I'll make a dollar holler with you if you like.
Sure.
All right, so I'll take the Cowboys. You got the Cardinals. I'm liking Andy Dalton, Dallas raised man, playing on Monday Night Football, hometown team.
Yeah, you know what? Colt McCoy,
I'll take it.
With Washington, had a lot of success coming in.
Is he Dallas. From DC?
No, he's from Dallas.
Oh, okay.
So whenever he came into Dallas, there was a couple scenarios where he was just coming in off an injury to somebody, and he would just ball out. So
I do remember that. And maybe we could even find on Twitter somewhere where they have that selection of stats. Colt McCoy would play Dallas.
The only stat that I worried about was the W, and I think he was like 2 for 1 there. But he always looked like a superhero.
I remember that, yeah.
So I think that the same kind of energy will hit the red rifle as well.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm definitely feeling the over here. It's minus 105 minus 115. So there's a little bit more value to actually hit the over in this game. I guess my only concern is, one of these offenses stalling at some point. You could see a point where, the Arizona run offense, starts to, get a little sporadic. You could see Dalton and the passing game for the Cowboys maybe be out of sync here and there, so that's really the only thing that concerns me is kind of the pace of play. What I'm hoping the Cowboys do is put the ball on the ground and try to lean on Zeke.
Yes.
And I think that will open up the pass game into the second quarter and later in the second half for Dalton and the Cowboys. As far as Arizona, I think you really have to keep it simple, run in between the tackles and, dial in a lot of DeAndre Hopkins because that's been what's working for you. Hopefully Kyler isn't running for his life tonight. I did see a nice game prop over like 4.5 sacks for both teams combined. I like that if you can get that type of number anywhere. Kyler Murray is a quarterback that loves to take just easy sacks. He doesn't like to get hit. He doesn't like to take a ton of contact. So he will go to the ground and take a very easy sack. He does that pretty consistently. And I could also see Andy Dalton potentially holding onto the ball maybe a little bit longer than he should be. Maybe, the timing and all those innuendos aren't really quite there yet for him. So those are some things that I would be worried about, as I'm watching like the first half, if I'm on the over. Definitely some signifiers for some positive on the unders. Which one of these teams can hit over 27.5 points? Which one of these teams can hit 28? Both. So you're saying this is like a 30 to 28, 31, 28 victory either way.
I see what happened with Seattle happening with this team. Even with Jamal Adams, Seattle's defense is not an elite defense. So I kind of see them above what Arizona is. So Dallas, can't catch a cold worth of anything. So I just see this definitely going to the over for sure.
All right, sounds good. Let's jump into some of the props then. Give me a second here. Jump into some of the props. Definitely a few that I'm liking tonight. I'll throw mine up on the board now. Let's see. I think Dalton and Kyler are both at, I want to say 280 passing yards.
Over.
For both of them?
Actually, you know what? Over for Dalton, under for Kyler because he's probably going to get like 100 rushing yards and like 175 passing yards. Like I see that definitely happening for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So I took Kyler Murray under 280.5 passing yards, and actually Dalton is at 285.5. Correction. So can he hit 286? I'm going to assume
Kyler or Dalton.
Dalton.
Oh, over.
Yeah, okay. I stayed away from that one. It's pending both ways. I feel like it's a stronger trend to the under because of Zeke's presence there. Like we've said all this week, we assume Zeke is going to be the biggest winner of Dak leaving. I think we'll get to Zeke's prop here, but I want to say he's at like 98 yards. So the book is assuming he's going to be heavily involved as well. I'm going to stay away from Dalton. I like Dalton's passing touchdown number, which is at 1.5. Give me the 2.
Yeah,
give me the 2 for both of these guys. Actually, Kyler Murray also sitting at 1.5 passing touchdowns. Can he hit this number?
I see 1. Probably going to DeAndre Hopkins.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, he's probably going to rush for 1. So
I'll take 2 for both these guys. If we're talking about the over, I think we have good odds to hit these. What about passing completions? Andy Dalton at 24.5, Kyler Murray at 25.5.
Dalton over, Kyler under.
Could be there for Dalton. I'm going to say no for Murray. I'm going to say he stays under 25.5. Yeah. You kind of alluded to his running ability. I talked just a little bit ago about how he's not running for his life, but he will take sacks. He moves outside of the pocket quite a bit. So I'm going to say under for Murray, and I'll say over for Dalton. I think they try. If this is going to hit, they're going to give him some really easy, quick hitting passing plays.
Get him in rhythm.
Yeah, give me the over for Dalton. We got Josh Allen and company moving the ball here. We got 8 minutes on the clock, 2nd and 5. We'll check in on this really quick. Bills at their own 45. Allen avoids a sack, very nice play, and runs for a first down. That was solid.
Man, these quarterbacks are getting stronger and stronger. That was solid. Like, I saw him kind of like bounce off somebody earlier, and I was like, geez, like
flag on the play. You got to hit him with it.
Oh, here we go.
Flag on the play.
Here we go. Oh,
that was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. It's in reaching distance. We might even be able to throw it again.
Oh, here we go.
All right, so let's jump over to the rushing yards props.
Gotcha.
Rushing yards, we got Andy Dalton at 5.5 rushing yards. Can he hit that?
Yeah.
One play, 6 yards. You can do that one play. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Chase Edmonds, 20.5 rushing.
I'm going to say over.
I'm going to say under. I'm going to say if Edmonds is getting involved, he's going to be catching the ball.
Okay.
All right, here's a good one. Zeke Elliott, 92.5 rushing yards.
Over. I'm
going to say under. Like, I like that Zeke's going to be, getting the ball more, but they've still passed the ball to him a lot. And that's just been a part of the playbook. So I'm going to say he gets like somewhere from 80 to 85 rushing yards. And he also pops in another like 35 to 50 receiving yards. I think it's going to be a big Zeke night.
Talking about his receiving ability, his hands have not looked great. Like just watching him in the couple
he's not supposed to get 10 targets a game.
I don't care. He's a great athlete, and he should be able to catch the ball and be able to take those screens. Because I mean, even with Bo Jackson and stuff, they were still doing screens with him behind the line. You got to be able to make those catches, and he was just kind of like Stone's hands. Like it was very weird. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, he gets it together and gets me some receptions.
Maybe Dalton's got the soft touch tonight. We'll see.
Yeah, here we go. That's what it is.
Allen, 1st and 10 at the Chiefs 30, gets another first down. Really good completion, bringing it down to the Chiefs, probably 5 or 6. Looks like the Bills are getting ready to score here. I'm going to need a touchdown. I got the Bills on the spread. Need them to cover 5.5. And it's raining there. It's starting to get a little bit more Buffalo friendly for the Bills. We'll see what happens here. So Zeke, I'm going to say under 92.5. Nick's got the over there.
Over.
Kenyon Drake, 60.5 rushing yards. I'm going to say over.
Under.
I'm going to say it's a good spot for Kenyon Drake to rush a lot. He's not catching the ball. So Beasley, touchdown Beasley. I think Beasley just got himself a touchdown. Very nice, very nice.
Good for him. Good for him.
Bringing the total within, I believe that'll get us to 6 points, and the kick or the pat will get us to 7. Or I'm sorry, to the 5. I'm not sure if they're going to give it to him. We'll see. All right, Kenyon Drake, I'm going to say over 60.5 rushing yards. Nick has the under there. Kyler Murray, 45.5 rushing yards. Take the over. Take the over. He's running the ball a lot. He's moving outside of the pocket. We just got done talking about it. I don't have his numbers pulled up. Maybe you can get him when I run through the props here. But he's consistently running for his life. And he's doing it well. I shouldn't say he's running for his life. I only say that because the O-line could just be doing a lot better. And really, I mean, there's some weeks where he's just the leading rusher.
He's doing a lot of scrambling, and he's more than just mobile. He's a scrambler, and that's when he's best. Let me see. Past couple of weeks. So last week, 31 rushing yards on 9 attempts, 78 rushing yards the week before.
78 2 weeks ago.
Detroit, 29 rushing yards. Washington, 67. And San Francisco, 91. So
he's hit it 3 out of 5 times.
Yeah, let me see how many times he was sacked. He was sacked once against the Jets, once against Carolina, once against Detroit, 3 times against Washington, and 2 times against San Francisco. So, I mean, he's going to be feeling some pressure. This line is not the best in the league.
Not at all. All right, so moving back through here, just trying to give you a little more insight on the Kyler Murray prop. Take the over 45.5 rushing yards. Tony Pollard, 19.5 as the backup.
I'm going to say the over because he has been getting some touches, spelling Zeke, and they're not scared to rush the ball with him.
No, they're not. I'm scared. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say the under.
Scared.
Fuck Tony Pollard, bastard. His job is to steal touchdowns, not yards. Son of a bitch. All right, Amari Cooper. On to the receiving yards. Amari Cooper, 66.5.
I'm going to say over. He's going to get 75.
It's kind of a high number for me. I took Amari Cooper on the catches, so I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to say he could probably hit 70 receiving yards. So give me over 66.5 receiving yards for Cooper. Andy Isabella, 24.5. Can he hit the over, Nick?
Ooh, I think yes. I think he can with even with Kirk coming back. I think he still can get it. One pass, basically.
Yeah, one play, one deep play. Yeah, I'll say he can hit it. CeeDee Lamb, 64.5, a couple yards less than Amari Cooper.
I'm going to go over.
All right. One of these guys has got to be hurting, so I'll say the over too, but I'm not saying yes to Michael Gallup. Chase Edmonds, 25.5 receiving yards. I will say the over. He's the scat back there.
Over.
All right. Christian Kirk, 44.5. I will say the over.
44.5?
Yep.
Over.
Dalton Schultz, 32.5. I'm going to say the under.
I'm going to say under. He's going to get 30.
I'm going to say he gets under and he scores a touchdown. Dan Arnold, tight end, Arizona Cardinals, 14.5 receiving yards. Can he hit it?
No.
Not liking that. Not liking that. DeAndre Hopkins, 89.5. It's a big number. I'm going to say over.
I'm going to say over.
I did not hit the Devontae Adams over yesterday, so I'm taking DeAndre Hopkins today. Zeke Elliott, 30.5 on the receiving yards. I'm taking the over.
Over.
It's getting that volume. Kenyon Drake, he's literally only at 9.5. Literally 9.5.
Over.
Yeah, I got to say the over. Like one catch, right? One catch. Larry Fitzgerald, 35.5. Give me the under.
Under, yeah.
Michael Gallup, 46.5. Under.
I'm gonna go over.
You got all the Cowboys on the over?
I don't care. There's I
get it.
If you add up all those yards, it's like 350 passing yards. I think it's absolutely possible with that offense.
If you absolutely cut it up evenly for everyone to play nicely, sure.
But I'm just saying, like, if they all hit the over, it's only such amount, and it's not absolutely unfeasible for Dalton to hit it. It's probably the best offensive system he's been in his entire career. So I think he's going to take full advantage of it in front of the home crowd. Definitely he's going to have a lot of friends and family there. So he's going to ball out.
Going to be a lot of Dalton jerseys tonight in Dallas.
Yeah.
A lot of Cincinnati Bengals jerseys tonight in Dallas. Let me tell you.
I can't wait to see that.
That's like one of my favorite stories ever by Pat McAfee is when he tells a story about Troy Polamalu. He calls him Polamalu.
Yeah,
he calls him Polamalu, which drives the story much more elegantly than it would otherwise. But when he said, "Yeah, there were a lot of McAfee jerseys in Pittsburgh that night," let me tell you.
Oh, because he was going to score a touchdown.
Because he was supposed to score a touchdown, and Troy Polamalu wound up, lining up in the C gap for some reason or whatever, and he couldn't get a fake, field goal for a touchdown. It drives me fucking crazy. But yeah, that's what we're going to see tonight as Patrick Mahomes completes. I think that was a pass to Travis Kelce. He says it's a catch. The referee says it's a catch. They're moving the chain, so must be so. So yeah, we're going to see a lot of Andy Dalton jerseys tonight, a lot of Bengals jerseys, and Big D in Dallas. But I'm not sure if he cuts it up so evenly like that. I feel like he's going to lean on some of his guys,
like Cedric Wilson,
who has no props listed here. Yeah,
the second team guy with him. That's exactly what's going on. And freaking Buffalo just got a fumble.
The Bills just recovered a fumble. Wow.
Oh, man.
That is beautiful for Justin's spread. Knee is down. Knee is down.
Yeah.
The knee is down. That sucks. That's rough.
Tough.
That really helped. That really would have helped me out.
Tough nuggies.
Let's move over to the receptions for this Cowboys and Arizona game.
Okay.
Amari Cooper, 5.5 catches. I got the over.
I'm going to say over.
I'm going to say 6 even, 80 yards. Andy Isabella, can he hit 3? He has a line of 2.
Can he hit 3? I'm going to say push on 2.
Push on 2, says Nick. CeeDee Lamb, he's at 5. That means he needs 6.
I'm going to say I'm going to say he gets 4, so under.
4 for 1 billion yards for CeeDee Lamb from Nick.
Yep.
Chase Edmonds, 3 catches. I'll say over. I'll say he hits 4.
Yeah, give me that over.
Christian Kirk, 3.5. I'm taking this one today. Give me 4. He's at 3.5. Give me 4.
Okay, yeah.
Dalton Schultz, 3 catches. Can he hit it? Over?
I'm going to say under.
I'm going to say he can hit it, but I just don't think he goes for a ton of yards on him. DeAndre Hopkins, 7 catches. Give me the 8. I'll say the over.
I'll take 8.
Zeke Elliott, 4 catches. Give me the over.
Yep, 5.
Kenyon Drake, 1.5. Can he hit 2? I'm going to say under. They just don't feed him any passes. Yeah. They don't feed him the rock. I mean, if they do, great. I'm not betting it, but I don't see it happening. Chase Edmonds is a scat back. He's the running back receiving catches back there. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Larry Fitzgerald, 3.5.
No,
can't 4. Larry, Big D.
4, 7, 1, 2, and 4. Yeah. Going from week 1 to week 5. I'm gonna go under.
Yeah, Michael Gallup, 3. Push for me.
4.
Over. So Nick's got the over. All right, so there's some props there. You want to pull out the Thrive? Or I can pull it up.
I don't have one.
I got you. No, I'm not doing a lineup. I'm just going to pull up the actual. Nope. Thrive didn't want to let me just stay signed in, so we're not going over it. Sorry, just going to take too long. We can go over your boldest DFS lineup if you would like.
Okay, here we go.
And we've got a booth review.
That's how we roll around here with booth reviews.
It's going to take forever. What I really like about this whole Monday night situation is this game's going to wrap up before the next one does. I don't hate it. Did I like not seeing the first half or most of the first half? Yeah, I wasn't pleased by it. I left it 4:52 from work. Got out of there as quick as I could. Sorry.
All right, here's my boldest one for tonight. Andy Dalton's my captain with Amari Cooper. Chase Edmonds, I had to have one on the other team. Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and Dalton Schultz. So I am cornering the passing game of the Dallas offense. Hopefully it pays off for me tonight. I have 5 lineups. That's my boldest one, I believe.
All right on. Travis Kelce.
No, Anthony Sherman, on
2nd and 14. Looks like he gets a yard. Doesn't really get much here. We got about 4:55 left in this game. Chiefs bringing up a very important 3rd down. We're going to be following this one here. Oh, that was not Sherman. It was another fullback.
Oh, isn't Sherman on the COVID list, I think?
Yeah, you're right, actually. I don't know why I didn't catch that. All right, so let's see. We got Chiefs 3rd and 12. Mahomes has got Clyde Edwards-Helaire back there. That's probably not correct. I think that's actually Darrell Williams. Can only see the side of him. Yeah, it's Darrell. Mahomes, not under pressure.
Down the field.
Looks down the field, and it's done. That's game. That's game. Bringing it down to the Bills. 30-yard line. 30-yard line. That is a huge play for the Bills. Big play if you took the Chiefs on the spread because they're about to grab that back. If they can grab a field goal here at minimum, and I have to imagine the Chiefs are going to be trying to kill some clock here, but that's just far too much time for Patrick Mahomes. I don't understand how these defenses don't realize his mobility.
Yeah.
His ability to extend the play, and you don't bring one extra rusher. Look at this guy in the zone coverage here at the 40-yard line for the Bills. He's doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, they would probably be better served with a blitz instead of someone doing a spy, trying to contain him like he's Lamar Jackson.
That was the worst fucking spy coverage I've ever seen. He was 20 yards off the line of scrimmage. They just put literally a man for the Bills, in no man's land. Literally, they just threw him out on an island in the middle of the field, and there's no Chiefs around him. This isn't the play they're showing here, but there was no Chiefs around him. They lined up as literally no blitz and some type of zone option. I don't know what it was, but they only brought their defensive line, and that was it. That was pretty bad for the game literally being on the line. The Bills make that stop right there. They get the ball back, and they've got time to literally win the game. I hate that. I hate that from the Bills. Do better. John Reed says, "What up, fellas? Goon up." Goon up. You don't get to hear that a lot these days, John. You don't get to hear that a lot these days. All right, man. Chiefs locking it in. Let's see what we get here. Hopefully the Bills start using up some timeouts. The time of possession, 35 minutes to 21 to the Bills. That's a huge factor when you're literally losing a game by 1 possession. 14 minutes. That's almost a quarter. It's almost a full quarter. That's absolutely crazy. All right, we got a handoff to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Not really going anywhere with it. Bringing up 3rd and 6 or such. So let's see here. They kick a field goal. They're up 11. Buffalo's going to need a touchdown either way. They might kick a field goal if they even get into position just to try and get the ball back if they get down the field, but we'll see here.
So I said I was just sitting around chilling today on my day off, but I actually was watching The Last Dance. I watched the Dennis Rodman episode.
Nice. Dennis Rodman episode is solid.
Yeah, I was very happy with the presentation, so I'm definitely hooked on it. Can't wait to finish it.
I don't know what took longer, me to watch Rick and Morty or you to watch The Last Dance?
Definitely me to watch The Last Dance, just because I was procrastinating on it. When I procrastinate, I really procrastinate.
Nick's a committer. All right, we got Chiefs 3rd and 6 here at the 30-yard line. Let's see what we get. Mahomes is going to pass. Going for the kill.
Perfect play call.
Yeah, going for the kill, and he's going to run it for a first down. Like, the Bills have no answer for Mahomes tonight whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
they have no answer. Like, they can't pressure him. When they do pressure him, it's never enough. He just rolls out.
Mm-hmm.
Dude is so fucking smooth.
Do you like watching him scramble or Mike Vick scramble?
Well, probably Mike Vick. Mike Vick had a commercial about the Mike Vick experience.
The Mike Vick experience, yeah.
Like that shit was real. That was legit. I was just like, where's that roller coaster? And when am I going? Right?
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like the Chiefs are going to be locking this one in. Like, yeah, they may even get a touchdown on this drive for crying out loud. It's absolutely crazy. So we'll get back to it here. We pretty much wrapped up our preview for this next game, which is going to be starting here in, I don't know, about 40 minutes or so. Not sure how much coverage we're actually going to get of that game, just because we might get through all of our talking topics by then. So we'll keep going here. We got the Eagles really banged up. I'm going to talk up some Eagles right now. We got Zach Ertz missing potentially 3 to 4 weeks. We've got Miles Sanders, who's going to be out this next coming week. They're playing on Thursday Night Football against the Giants. I think they're actually hosting the Giants. I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter. The Eagles are going to be beat up. But speaking of the Eagles, they kind of came out of nowhere there in the second half of that game against the Ravens, no?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Travis Fulgham started like getting those catches. And remember we were talking about John Hightower? Mm-hmm. I watched the beginning of that game because I was like watching the Ravens. He had a deep shot for like 30 yards and it just like bounced out of his hands. And I was like, well, that's the last time we're going to see him this game. But they did feeding him again. He started getting his catches. Mm-hmm. Travis Fulgham started getting going. Mm-hmm. Wentz started It's interesting how Wentz is, because it seems like he tries to put the team on his back and then no one else really cares about it. Like I saw him do a scramble and he just tried to man through everybody.
We saw them week 1, just literally that offensive line let Wentz get killed. He took like 7 or 8 sacks.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't understand what he did to them, but I do see him really trying his hardest. Mm-hmm. It's just like one of the interceptions that happened, he literally got smacked in the face by heavy pressure, and I'm like,
bad offensive line.
Yeah, you can't just like write off Carson Wentz this year because of how bad the offensive line is. I think you need to give him one more year with a healthy line, or maybe sign some free agents or something, because the guys there are not staying healthy at all.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I really wasn't as impressed with the Eagles as maybe some were. I was seeing a ton of love for Wentz, a ton of love for the Eagles. I mean, one of their touchdowns, Miles Sanders fumbled the ball forward into the opposing end zone, and Jaws, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, just comes in and cleans it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, really? Like, the Ravens could have easily held him to a field goal or just recovered the fumble and, just as easily won by 2 scores instead of 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a good showing. But at the same time, I was also watching the Ravens not be as aggressive, right? Like, they weren't taking their shots downfield. They were literally running 3 run plays in a row, going 3 and out, being up 3 or 4 scores, kind of just parking the bus and not asking a lot out of your guys. We saw Mark Ingram go down. I think that could have been playing a role as well. Gus Edwards could not run the ball. He could not get going. J.K. Dobbins, so, but he was doing something. I mentioned that the Eagles had only allowed 27 rushing yards to the quarterback position. Lamar like quadrupled that. He didn't put up 100, but he put up like 70 plus or so. I want to say like 75 plus. So, they like the run game was still there for the Ravens, but it just wasn't through the running backs, right? Maybe it was with their quarterback, with Lamar. But the Ravens were still able to find success. They were going up against a pretty solid passing defense, but mostly I just saw the Ravens parking the bus, and there really wasn't that much there for the Eagles. I didn't think it was like some, I don't know,
route.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what everyone was saying. It's like, oh, you can't give up on Wentz. Oh, look at all that effort and everything. I'm like, yeah, I was high on Wentz coming into the year, and now I'm not.
Like, no, I'm not high on him, but you do see him really putting in a lot more effort than everybody else on the field. So, I would give him one more year. But with the Ravens offense, it seems like the top is taken off of the Ravens offense. Like, there's no downfield threat. Like, even Marquise Brown, he's not getting those downfield shots.
He was laying a goose egg like for more than half of that game, 3/4 of that game. He wound up finishing with like 4 catches, 57 receiving yards, and that's great and all. But he was quiet for a significant portion of that game. I mean, the competitive portion of that game, he was not getting involved. I'm still all about, the Ravens going out, getting Julio, getting AJ Green. That's a taller order, in the division. But I don't care. At this point, give him Larry Fitzgerald. Trade for Larry Fitz. Just someone that can just catch easy balls. I don't know. Because they need an extra spark there in the receiving game. I'm not buying it.
So something's going on with Lamar's arm, I feel.
Could you imagine if they got Antonio Brown? If the Ravens went out and got Antonio Brown in like week 6, week 8 is not that far away. That's when the suspension is over.
Yeah, but doesn't he have to be signed to a team, or is it?
No.
Okay.
No, his suspension is active because that was a part of the issue with teams signing him, and teams started calling the NFL, being like, "Hey, get this going, like take care of this because we need to know if this is an option." So they came out and said, "All right, yeah, 8 games, blah blah. You're suspended. Okay, great. Zero movement on it." But that's the spot. And I don't. And if you're a wide receiver, if you're Antonio Brown, how have you not figured that out yet? How have you not found the ability to get on one of these like just banging teams? The Chiefs just traded for Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah,
I'd take Antonio Brown right now over Le'Veon Bell.
Trade he signed because he was released.
Oh, whatever. Sorry.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. Like the one thing I'm seeing from Lamar is his passing ability has kind of decreased. Like it almost seems like he's forgotten how to throw a bigger ball.
He's really missing that Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, something.
I don't get it.
It's very strange because it just seems like he's trying to do like those side angles and stuff like that. Dude, just throw the ball. The ball, just let it go and let the receivers do their work. But now they're trying to have him do like, hit curl routes, hit crossing routes, and he's
slant boy. He's slant boy.
He's not to be
feed
honest,
the slant.
To be honest, he's not seeing it because some of his passes were pretty low considering how short the route was. So I don't know. It's a little confusing in Baltimore. I hope he figures it out. We're only like a little bit more than a quarter of the way through, but it's a little concerning to me. Oh
wow, I was wrong. Lamar Jackson did quadruple that total. He had 108 rushing yards yesterday.
Wow.
Dear God. Yeah, he's not a guy I'm worried about. I just trade for him. I'm a proud Lamar Jackson owner now. I'm not worried about him. Like he's the least of my worries in Baltimore. My concerns are more like what is he going to get from the rest of these guys, from the running backs, from the receivers,
like Willie Snead.
Yeah, Willie Snead had a fucking big ass play in that game though. That was pretty nice to see.
But it's one play out of like 3 weeks.
Exactly. And it's like they're always relying on like a Duvernay, big play or, a big play from Andrews, another guy that did not get it going in the first half whatsoever.
Like 2 weeks in a row too with him, like not having a bigger game. Yeah. It's kind of disappointing for me.
All right, so we got the Chiefs up here, up 9 with 156 left in the game. Good teams win, but great teams cover. Need the Bills to get down here and score a touchdown as Josh Allen. Oh, I thought he was going to escape that sack. Well, it wasn't a sack because he got beyond the line of scrimmage, but I thought he was going to run through that. So Josh Allen now is getting ready to close out this game, 14 for 26, 122 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns. They're just inside their own 30. Clock is running and set hook. Allen looking downfield, completion, but there's a flag on the play. I think we're getting passing interference on the Chiefs. Cole Beasley seems to think the same thing. Gave a confident little click of the finger there. I think that's what we're about to get. Look at that little trot back there by Diggs and then just gets set. I like that. Now you're done. Or he just didn't try at all. Okay, never mind. He's like, I'm not going to try in this one. Come on, Diggs. You want a second touchdown? Come on. Yeah, with the Eagles, this week is going to be big trouble for them. I'm not sure where I'm going yet. It's still a little early. It's still Monday. But Giants, Eagles, it's going to be a sloppy one. The Eagles, they're going to be missing Sanders. They're going to be missing Ertz. So Travis Fulgham, who you were just talking up, Greg Ward. I don't know. Is Dallas Goedert going to be back? Well, someone else has to get involved here. I mean, Sanders and Ertz were literally like the biggest pieces that they had. I mean, Fulgham's getting involved, but with these two out, there's going to be others touching the ball. We're going to see some John Hightower. We're going to see some Greg Ward. We're going to see some Travis Fulgham. I don't even know what tight end is available there right now, to be perfectly honest with you.
Richard Rodgers.
Is it Richard Rodgers?
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard Rodgers. Ouch. Not a name I'm telling you to go out and get this week, guys. Not a starter. Sorry. Not trying to plug him in on a Thursday night. So they're going to be a mess. With the Giants, and we'll get to them a little bit later if we even do so. What do you think about Baker Mayfield already being named the starter for Week 7? They're playing the Bengals. Is it no big deal? Like, are we kind of like looking at it a little bit too much? He was hurt. I was on Twitter banging the pull Baker drum. Pull Baker. He was 2 for 5, and I said pull Baker. I mean, he did throw an interception, but he didn't look right. He didn't look right from the get-go. I knew it. I'm sure a lot of Browns fans knew it. Browns Twitter was down yesterday. Didn't hear it from a lot of them.
It was real sad.
It was irkly quiet. It was pretty quiet. So yeah, I mean, I didn't love what I saw from them there, but realistically, they're going up against the Steelers, one of the better defenses in the league right there. So I don't hate it, but at the same time, like, I'm still questioning about Baker's progression going forward here. Do you feel confident in him in Week 7 going up against the Bengals? We just saw what Phillip Rivers did.
I think what the Bengals did against the Colts was very admirable. I was watching that score all day. I was cheering Joe Burrow on, man, because I definitely called him last show. Couldn't pull out the victory, but I think this is kind of like the future battles that are going to be occurring in the AFC North.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield against Joe Burrow. You said against Cincinnati, right?
Well, yeah, but I was asking, what do you think about Baker in Week 7?
I think he's going to be fine.
Okay, all right.
I think it's just like, with him having such a bad showing, Stefanski had to do something. Oh, wow.
Wow, highlight interception there.
Yeah, who is that? Sorensen? I don't know.
Made it look easy with the one-handed grab, and the Chiefs lock it up.
Yeah, they lock it up for sure.
Nice job, Josh Allen. Killing me this night, bud.
But, he due to the performance of the Browns and Baker's performance against the Steelers, Stefanski had to be like, yeah, he's definitely going to be a starter. Like, I completely understand why he did that with people being concerned, but it's just going to be, the start of a new thing. And I wouldn't pull him if I was a coach. It's just a rib. Had a tough game. Whatever. Got to move on. I mean, they're like what, 4-1, 4-2. 4-2. Yeah, they better than most years, guys. Usually you're 2-4.
Yeah, well, it could very well be the schedule. I just don't love it. Like, I mean, I'm not saying Case Keenum needs to be the starter, but why? I just don't understand. It's very quick. It's very aggressive. Like, oh, don't worry about it. Sweep it under the rug. Baker's post-game interview was nothing but like just horrid. 1 answer questions, 3 answer questions, just very bleak, very out of it, not there mentally. I mean, obviously he didn't win the game. He got checked out, but he should have been pulled earlier. And I don't think that he should have been in this game, period. I mean, he did. At what point in this game were you like, oh yeah, he's fine, he's good? Anybody. When were you like, oh yeah, we still got it, we're still in it? No, Baker was never in this game. He should have been on the bench the entire time. You have a Case Keenum that can come in and manage. I just don't like it because Stefanski comes out immediately right after the game. Yeah, Baker's still our guy. He's still starting next week. And I get it. Like, the matchup is there. The Bengals look bad this week. The Bengals were up. That was awesome to see at first, but their defense was so bad. They made Phillip Rivers look like, a father again. Made Phillip Rivers look like the king of Cincinnati. But
good for him.
Yeah, what a fucking day for Phillip Rivers. I'm just not expecting the same type of a performance, I guess, from Baker and company. Like, I don't expect Baker to have these last 2 performances and then come out this next week and look like Phillip Rivers. What I'm hoping for is everybody else is just healthier, right? OBJ was sick. Landry was questionable all week. Kareem Hunt's been questionable coming into the last 3 games. And I don't think that he even got used that well. I think there was a lot of issues here. I think the Browns they kind of let one go, to be honest with you. I think Case Keenum starts this game. Maybe they're a lot more conservative in their attack, not taking as many deep shots. Don't throw the interceptions that, Big Ben and company didn't have a great day. I think Ben only threw for like 160 some odd yards.
Do you think if Nick Chubb was in, they could have won the game?
Maybe. I mean, Nick Chubb's a game changer for sure. He's a game changer. But
with Kareem Hunt.
What's that?
Can't just win with Kareem Hunt.
Well, yeah, but you can't win with a half a quarterback either.
True.
Yeah, I mean, Baker was just not there the whole game. Hunt wasn't getting fed the ball in the passing game. Couldn't find OBJ. OBJ was a big disappointment this week. Landry, big disappointment this week. So the Browns in general, I mean, we've been relying on them. They've been, some of the best runners in general with Chubb, with Hunt. I mean, with Hunt, they had Hunt, Dearness Johnson, and Hillard looking like Hall of Famers. It was ridiculous. We'll see what we get going forward there. I'm just not in love with Baker in week 7. The Bengals will be a nice treat. And I like the Browns for the win, but not loving Baker. Hopefully it's a lot more of the run because there's some great opportunity to run up against the Bengals. All right, next up. Are the Falcons back? Get Detroit this week. Go on a nice little run.
I'm not going to say they're back, but they took a great first step after a firing. I don't know what it is in the NFL. After you fire somebody, you're going to win the next week. So it's pretty much a given at this point.
Texans, Falcons, not the Giants.
Surprising that the Jets didn't fire Gase because they're looking for their first win. But you know what? Honestly, they're probably going to keep Gase and just go 0 for 16 and get Trevor Lawrence. That's what they're doing.
That's a good way to do it.
That's what they're doing.
That's a good way to do it. It's the COVID year, so why not?
They don't want to chance it. They don't want to chance winning a game. It's just they're like, it's too much. We need Trevor Lawrence here. We're going to fire Gase. We're going to get Dabo Sweeney. We're going to change the whole thing.
They asked Gase, they're like, so you're going to relinquish play calling? He's like, that's step 10. All right. We're at step 2. What? I didn't know that you had a chart. I didn't know that it was
I guess the panic meter isn't going off too loud there. It's just
no.
They're just snoozing it.
The panic meter not going off. Joe Flacco is their quarterback. Frank Gore is their running back, and Brashad Perriman is their leading receiver. Yeah, why press the panic button, right? I mean, what's there to worry about?
2014, man, it would have been a great year for you guys for sure.
Oh yeah, Super Bowl winners.
Absolutely.
The Jets. Yeah, Jamison Crowder probably coming in as like a rookie or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know how long he's been in the league.
Braxton Berrios was like a freshman in high
school. He's doing scout tape. He's ball boy on the sidelines. Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
There you
go. Falcons. Yeah, I don't know about them being back, but they're on their way. They got a nice matchup this week against the Lions at home. The Falcons are going to be favored. I'm not sure where I'm going on that pick yet. I might like the Lions on the spread, but we'll get there. We'll get to Thursday. But are they back? Matt Ryan, Julio, they look good. Russ Gage caught up a couple of catches. Your boy Calvin Ridley had a touchdown. They look good, but it's also a really good matchup. Don't overreact here. This is a great time to sell Matt Ryan. I did it twice this week. Of course, the week I would sell Matt Ryan, he would bust off as the leading quarterback for the week, right?
Classic Justin.
He's not wrong.
He complains about it every time.
Yep. Yeah. Drop him. He's going to go off. Cut him. Trade him. Going to go off. That's just the way it goes. So if I ever trade you somebody, I'm a good person to trade with. Just get with me. Get with me. So yeah, I'm not going to say they're back, but it was a good spot for them, and I think that's why a lot of my Matt Ryan trades went through. I was like, oh well, they're playing the Vikings this week. What do I got to lose?
Everything.
Both the teams I traded with had losing records, so it'll help me out a little bit. And I've played both teams, so again, that'll help me out a little bit. So we'll see what we get. Falcons, like I said, they get the Lions this week. I'm liking Ryan, Julio, and company once more. Dude, where's my star? We got up next. Who are you missing this week?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady? Didn't he throw a couple touchdowns?
I don't care. He got 1 point more than Gardner Minshew, and I'm sick and tired of having to think Minshew or Brady. Minshew or Brady. And this week, I did make the right decision by 1 point, but it doesn't make me feel any better. Like, he's not dominant. I mean, I don't know what I expected from him. He was my keeper in that league, but as like Tom Brady and going to what was supposed to be a super team, you got to give me more. Like, I need more yardage out of you. Like, you did throw, I think it was 2 touchdowns to Gronk, was it? Or a touchdown to Gronk, one of them. That was great start, but I need more from you. That's kind of like, where's my star? It's just he's not performing to what I would expect from my quarterback in that league. So
I can't throw 5 touchdowns every week.
I'm not expecting 5 touchdowns. Give me like 3 touchdowns, 250 yards. Like, he's having like 2 touchdowns, 185 yards. Like that's kind of like, the level below of what I'm looking for. So for me, that's where's my star. That's who didn't show up. Also, Laviska Shenault.
Not a star. He's not a first round, second round player.
he was my flyer where I was very confident putting him into my flex
flyer.
But the way I kind of was feeling about him, I thought he was going to be a star. What Justin Jefferson's doing in garbage time, I thought what he was going to be doing in garbage time, because I feel like there's a lot more of it in Jacksonville than in Minnesota. But it's kind of like, dude, where is all that athleticism, all that speed, all that versatility? You're kind of just getting a piece of each way, and it's just not enough. So for me, I need to find someone else for that spot.
Well, you got nothing but good time going with Tom Brady. Tom Brady's doing just fine this year. Yeah. Mike Evans, dude, where's my star? Dude had one catch. I drafted him in like the 3rd round or something like that. He's my number 1 receiver. Dude, where's my star? Mike Evans, where are you? Mike Evans has like a 9% target share when Chris Godwin is in the lineup. When Chris Godwin isn't in the lineup, he has like a 22% target share. It's going to be a shit show going forward with these two, trying to guess and predict, who's going to have the better day, right? We saw Gronk getting involved this week. That was, tormenting for me. Those touchdowns are supposed to be going to Mike Evans in the red zone. First week that Mike Evans doesn't score a touchdown. And a lot of these weeks, that's what Mike Evans has needed to grab his like production that week. He's been touchdown dependent. So Mike Evans disappearing this week, it hurt me big time. What do you give me, a point? 2 points? I'll pull it up really quick.
Mike Gesicki got me 0 points, and then Isaiah Ford, who I thought was like the 3rd receiver, even with Devontae Parker getting hurt, got me 0 points.
Well, sure, I can think of a bunch of like Jerry Jeudy had 2 catches.
True sample.
Yeah, but he's not like I can see Jerry Jeudy doing that. I could see Laviska Shenault like throwing up a goose egg. He's a rookie. He's a younger guy. He's got other guys there, but.
I'm sorry, Justin. I just my stars are doing okay, so I was trying to find like some that were just like not doing it for me.
How about Tyreek Hill tonight?
Yeah, I just saw that. Tyreek Hill got me 4 points. That was not good.
That's a bad. I was gonna say, I got Tyreek Hill. I know you got him. You didn't do shit for me today. We talking about. Yeah, it was a pretty rough go for some of these guys this week. I'll throw OBJ in there. We kind of alluded to him earlier.
Dang, yeah,
that was a big one. Aaron Rodgers. Devontae Adams did okay, but I would say not star level. Not like what you were spending the 1st or 2nd round picks on him for. So those weren't very good. Those are pretty much the main ones. All right, how about David Njoku, your boy, demanding a trade?
He needs to get out. I mean, he has so much athleticism, and it's kind of frustrating that he's not being used in any kind of way that is making an impact on the game. I can understand why he wants to leave Cleveland. It's really exciting there right now, to be completely honest, but if you're not being used, it's not worth it to somebody who is, I think he was a 1st or a 2nd round pick for them.
Yeah, he was higher,
Yeah, so that I can understand why he wants to get out of there.
Any potential spots you could see for
him? Houston would be a great spot.
Really? They had Darren Fells and they got Atkins. We're doing work down there.
He's an athletic upgrade over them. Like, you always want the more athletic person.
Yeah, I'd have to look at his contract. Houston, they've got a ton of cap issues, so I think that might be difficult. I see Houston as an unloader, not a gainer right now. But I like like New England, Buffalo. Could see one of those guys in on it.
Washington,
your boy Logan Thomas scoring a touchdown this week. I like Njoku as a piece for Washington going forward. I think that could be a solid piece for Rivera. I don't hate that.
A good building piece.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Some teams, with some winning records. I like.
What about Minnesota? Is Kyle Rudolph and Irv Smith doing anything up there? Like,
I guess. I mean, they add another guy. I don't know what another tight end is going to do for Irv Smith. If anything, Irv Smith needs to, be unleashed. Needs to see the field more. I don't know what's preventing that. I think it's just Kyle Rudolph's blocking skills.
What about your Bears?
Well, I think we have enough tight ends. I would like. I don't think Njoku's like a Zach Ertz, like top tier choice. Like earlier this week, I was like, yeah, Bears trade for Zach Ertz. Now he gets hurt. Great, love it.
Classic.
Yeah, that would be like an option. Or if for some reason the Rams wanted to unload like. Tyler Higbee because they were in love with Gerald Everett all of a sudden or something like that. Or, if the Colts were like, oh, hey, here's a free Jack Doyle, we love Trey Burton in Indianapolis. So here, take Jack Doyle. Like
They seem to do really like him. I think he had like a receiving and a rushing touchdown this week.
He had a rushing and a receiving touchdown. I loathe Trey Burton, son of a bitch. But yeah, I like the Bills. I like New England. Both really need like a solid tight end right now. No, nowhere else I could really see him. I mean, unless the Eagles like got really bad news about Ertz and they just plan to move on from him and they want to load up on the double tight end set, maybe, you know. Detroit, they have Jesse James there making far too much money. Green Bay, you know,
Cincinnati.
You would think, yeah, Cincinnati, you know, they're 1-4-1, like, you know,
he wouldn't have to move states, you know, just like right down the street. It's a perfect move.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, but if I'm seeing an in-division trade, like, then I want to see AJ Green to the Ravens. Like, if that's going to happen in that division, I want to see AJ Green to the Ravens.
Do a 3-way trade.
Ooh,
there you go.
Don't see those in the NFL a whole lot. Don't see those a whole lot in the NFL. Let's see here. Moving on to the Titans, got Jonnu Smith with a minor injury. Didn't really do a whole lot in that game. Ferkshire coming in, cleaned up a touchdown, had like 19 fantasy points or something like that. Are you ready to empty the bag on Ferkshire?
No.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I think he's a respectable ad, but don't spend a ton on this guy.
He's a great ad if your situation is absolutely dire.
Mm-hmm. So I think if you're a Jonnu Smith owner, I think that's a perfect spot. Yeah, I think if you own Smith
or Ertz.
Who?
Ertz.
Oh, Zach Ertz. Yeah, absolutely. If you're in trouble this week, we'll get to some other fob additions later, but I think Ferkshire's pretty relevant to the Jonnu Smith injury. What do you think about the Titans in general? I mean, they're legit. They're real.
Yeah.
Undefeated still.
Derrick Henry, 94-yard rumble. What are you going to do? And Tannehill is definitely showing that it really was the coaching in Miami, which was, I believe, Gase that had him. So
not wrong.
You know what? See Ryan Tannehill as a case study on what could happen with Sam Darnold if he goes to a competent coach and a competent organization. I think that's the perfect way to do that. But yeah, they are legit. They're kind of exciting to watch. I love the big running back. Is kind of it's almost like a throwback strategy now. But they do it very, very well, and they have the pieces to do it. So I think they're going to go far in the playoffs. Yeah,
I liked Mike Vrabel flexing his big brain as well. You see that too many men on the field at 3:05 left in the game?
I kind of heard about it, but I didn't watch it.
So he puts out too many men on the field to stop the clock. Very Bill Belichick-esque, right? If you guys are familiar with the Bill Belichick rule that they had to institute this year, you can no longer run out the clock, the play clock, so that you can, continue to run out the clock on fourth down, essentially. So a lot of coaches, and Bill specifically, would do this when he is up and he's getting ready to punt and he just wants to kill more clock. And Mike Vrabel did it to Bill Belichick last year in the playoffs, got a lot of applause for it. And really, I think it was just because everyone hates Bill. Everyone hates the Patriots, and Bill was livid on the sidelines. You could see yesterday, the Houston team, not liking what was happening. They could tell what was going on in that last drive. Like, they were not feeling it. AJ Brown catches that last one with like seconds on the clock with the game remaining. It was beautiful. Like, I got to hand it off to him. I wasn't high on the Titans after this COVID situation, and kind of tying that into the Taylor Lewan tears his ACL. Karma's a real thing in the NFL. Who was the dude who did the Gator roll on Carson?
Tristan Hill. Good for him too, man.
Yep.
I think it was LCL the next week. Like,
whatever. That happens.
Don't really care because you absolutely deserved it. I do think Taylor Lewan tearing his ACL, that is going to hurt the team, but
it's not going to kill him.
It's not going to kill him.
Yeah.
I think they might have maybe a solid backup. I think that Vrabel tries to have his backups ready because he is from that Belichick coaching tree, and Belichick just has bags of guys in the back room ready to go. He could probably pull the ball boy out and be like, "Let's go, get your helmet on,
get on the line. You're blocking for Henry."
Yep. So, I think we'll see how the injury truly affects him next week. But right now, I'm not raising alarm bells that he tore his ACL.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it's going to be a big hurt for the Titans. I only bring it up because of Taylor Lewan, his antics after the Tuesday night game. They hate us. You want us to lose. Yeah, we hate you. We wanted you to lose. You guys are ruining everything. And now you're going undefeated. You're going to be blowing up totals. I got to start betting on you guys. I have to actually start liking them. It's driving me nuts. I'm very impressed with Tannehill, very impressed with Vrabel. Henry is everything we said he was going to be, right? Like Henry is everything that everyone thought he would be. Emron was talking about not taking him in the first round. Is he going to rush for 300 yards, over 200 yards every game? Emron, you got your answer, brother.
Donnie, just stay the course with him too. Just stay the course, man.
With Henry?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He has Henry and Chubb. Well, it sucks that Chubb,
Chubb down.
But that was a great little tandem you had. Just stay the course with Henry. You'll be good, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to be just fine there. But yeah, I like the Titans going forward. They get the Steelers this week. They're actually going to be plus options on the money line, I think. Going to be something I'm looking hard at going up against the Steelers. Steelers defense is pretty legit. So we'll see what we get. We'll have a nice little preview for that on the Thursday show. We got CMC talk potentially returning weeks 8, 9, 10. Matt Rule doesn't know. He just says it could be next week, could be the week after, could be the week after that. Don't really know. Don't really care to tell you. What are you thinking CMC is coming back? I've been saying like week 8, week 9. What are you thinking?
I think the same thing.
Yeah, I think that he's going to be trying to come back. I really do. This week they're playing the Saints. If they are to lose this game, I see CMC really trying to push himself back into the lineup. We saw the same with Mike Thomas. I just think that some of these organizations are really trying to play it close to the chest and not lose their franchise guy for the years going forward, right? Like Mike Thomas, you're punching teammates, you're getting hurt, team's not letting you come out. Sorry, man, you got to be right. You got to be 200% before we let you touch the field. These franchise players. Are you high on selling CMC? Or will you try and go out and grab him at this point, or are you going to wait another? No,
I'm personally not. I mean, if your running back situation is really bad, which I am in a pretty tough running back situation, I'm still not trying to give up some major pieces for him because he is literally a 100 reception, 1,000-yard rusher kind of guy. So
you need something in stock, right? Like
I don't really have anything in stock for that.
You got receivers.
I put out a message in the league. Hey, is Justin Jefferson's available? Anybody want to throw some trades? And some of these trades offers were just like, the guy actually wanted Tyreek Hill from me, and I was like, all right, you want Tyreek Hill? I want Alvin Kamara from you. Yeah, that was like after his 62 point fantasy point game, and he's like absolutely not rejected and stopped talking to me. I was like, good, like that's what you get. Go away. Because I don't know, like for me, it's just like trading. Like I don't know how Enron pulls off all these trades because I cannot pull off a trade for my life. I guess I just don't really try hard, but I don't know. I just kind of ride with my guys unless someone approaches me. So.
No, I feel you. And a lot of people are like that. There's some leagues that don't even allow trading.
I would definitely love to be in a league like that because I always ride with my guys.
We got Kyler Murray trying to hit Hopkins on the first play of the game here. Nice little slant route. It was really slow.
Hopkins with the crop top.
Yeah. Does he? Let's see. Oh, my God.
What is he doing?
Pull your jersey down, bro. Like, is that even – I don't even think you can do that because you have to have your number up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled it down. You can't do that. You can't do that. He said, what? He said, what? I can't wear it like this?
It's hot in Texas, man. Dude, you're from Arizona.
And it's indoors.
Yeah.
Like, what? No, we use outdoor humidity as well. We got Drake on the carry. Going a couple of yards. Nothing impressive. 2 or 3 yards here. It gets thrown all the way back to the line of scrimmage before not getting tackled.
I'm glad we got to see this game while we were on air. At least start a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets going here, we'll stay on for it. But man, it was taking a while to get it going here. I don't know. Oh, it's actually a little early. Usually they start at 8:20. I don't know. So we got CMC coming back a couple weeks. I'm not saying go out and trade for him, but if you start getting offers, I don't think it's something to just to throw away really quickly. Definitely something to consider. But you have to have something in stock. If you're heavy on receivers, maybe you try and pull one for CMC. Shot. Going up top to Isabella.
See that was that one shot.
That was the prop. And 4th and 6, and they're kicking. They are kicking it. Not great. Not loving it. CMC, yeah, if you get an offer, definitely got to consider it, but don't give up. If you have 3 running backs, don't give up a running back, right? Like, if you got to have depth, you got to have a stronghold on something, quarterbacks, tight ends, whatever it is. Maybe you got Pat Mahomes and Kyler Murray or something like that. I don't know. You got some crazy quarterback tandem. If you still had, let's say, Dak and Mahomes and Dak hadn't gotten hurt, that could have been an option because you were overloaded at quarterback. You got Fitz, you got Herbert. Like, you're looking good there.
Yeah, but then Dak got hurt, so now I got Herbert as insurance. So.
But that's just like a situation where I could see someone like being able to make that move.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely try and put myself in position to do that, but I mean, with Dak being out the entire season, like, what are you going to do about that? There's not much you can do about that.
That's tough. All right, moving on. We got the 49ers and the Rams last night. Rams not getting it done. Jimmy Garoppolo and company getting it done, taking care of business. I was pretty shocked by the Garoppolo performance and company by the Niners. But how about the Rams? Just icky. Like, where did that come from? We were talking up the Rams for the past couple of weeks here.
The one thing I saw about talking about Jimmy G being shocking, one of the things that I saw, it was a stat. It said that for that drive for the touchdown with Deebo Samuel, there was actually negative 15 air yards for Jimmy G because every single pass was behind the line. So I think Shanahan, what he probably did was like, you know what,
clean it up.
You know what, screw it, Jimmy. We're not going to throw 5 yards down the line. We're going to throw 5 yards behind the line, and we're just going to let Deebo do whatever he needs to do. And we're going to get you your passing touchdown, so your contract, get your money and stuff. That was very shocking to see that stat, but it was also shocking to see that he came back like he did. Like,
it's good.
It was good to see that he recovered. Good, earn your money. Like, but I'm not buying into San Francisco. Nor am I really buying into the Rams anymore because they are on paper they should be like a top 5 team, and right now they're not really performing to that standard. Not really sure what's going on, but hopefully they get it together. But I need to see more for them before I start buying more stock into them.
Yeah, I mean, they just didn't have it there in the passing game. Goff was like 19 for 38. He did throw one interception, found Robert Woods on a crossing touchdown. It looked like it was going to Kupp, and Woods was actually behind Kupp on the route. So that was kind of interesting. Cowboys, they just Zeke just caught a ball, went out of bounds. They're bringing up third down. But yeah, the Rams didn't look good last night. Cooper Kupp had a ton of targets, only had 3 catches. He had 9 targets, 3 catches. Robert Woods did finish with a touchdown. What was disappointing most for me for the Rams was their run game. Malcolm Brown had 2 carries, Cam Akers had none, and Henderson had 12. Maybe I can get it pulled up here what Henderson's production was, but it was very elementary. And right now, I think the idea is to try and run up against this 49ers team and play keep away from them because of the damage they can do from you by literally doing absolutely nothing. They're passing to Kittle behind the line of scrimmage. He's taking 70-yard screens. You know what I mean? Zeke catches another screen. He's going to bring up third down. They fed Zeke on every play on that drive. Took a carry for the first down behind the line of scrimmage, and then 2 catches. Not too great so far from these teams. And it's looking pretty typical for me tonight. Probably hit the under here, and Bills already blew the spread. Oh, and Dalton was under pressure there.
I got the rushing up. 1 attempt for Jared Goff, for 10 yards. 14 attempts for 88 yards for Darrell Henderson.
So 14 for 88.
14 for 88.
Yeah.
Robert Woods 2 for 11. Malcolm Brown 2 for 4.
Yeah, not great. So Malcolm Brown pretty much did nothing as well. Akers, I don't understand. He got 9 carries his first week back, 60 yards. I'm not saying it's like a home run hit or something like that, but it's pretty good. I'd say pretty
respectable.
Good. Yeah, it's up against the Washington football team, but it was good. Like, I think it was positive. It was a step in the right direction, and then they take a step in the negative and wrong direction. I don't understand that. To me, the Rams really need to find their identity on the ground, and I think that will open up things in the air. I really do. Goff, his completion rating is through the roof when he makes a completion under 2 seconds. When he knows where he's going with the ball like that, he's much better, right? When the more time that he has behind the line and in that pocket, literally, like the longer the clock ticks, the less likely he is to complete a pass or score a touchdown, whatever it is, right?
It's not good.
It's not good. It's nice in the sense that he can get the ball out quick like that. That's what you want. We've talked about that, increasing the pace of play, the direction that the NFL is going with their offenses, being vertical more consistently, right? Those are good attributes to have, being able to get the ball out quickly and efficiently. But if you don't have a run game that you can lean on, they're going nowhere in this division. To beat teams like Seattle, to beat teams like the 49ers, and even the Cardinals right now, you have to play keep away. These offenses are really good. The Niners actually a little bit ago, they're going to lose Raheem Mostert. He's going to the IR. Sucks. Sorry, Raheem. You were my guy. I was loving you this year. I was loving you preseason. Telling people to take you in the 3rd round and such and whatnot, right? But they're going to be hurting, but I don't expect the team to be hurting. I expect Shanahan to retool, go in there and figure it out. Some guy, was it Jermichael Hasty, had like 9 carries for 40 yards or something like that for these guys. For the Niners, yeah. I see the look on your face. You're like, who the fuck is that? Right, exactly. Shanahan will figure it out. This offense is still going to hum. They're still going to roll along. I'm not sure if they see the Rams again this year, but I got to imagine if they do, the Rams, you got to put the ball on the ground. You got to play some keep away. And this, incessant passing attack is not going to be there for you. They're playing the Bears next week. It's not going to be there. They're going to have to establish a run up against the Bears. They're not going to be able to have the same passing success. We saw DJ Moore, Anderson, and Bridgewater run into trouble this week up against the Bears. Could be the same thing next week for Goff and these runners as well. Let's see. We got Corey Davis coming back from the COVID list. Khalif Raymond season. Rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. Corey Davis is the man there. Or hold on, that's AJ Brown. Sorry, AJ Brown's the man there. Corey Davis is
nice little piece.
The second guy. He still hasn't hit that number one round status of receiver what he was, but he's going to take those receptions from Khalif Raymond. So
got a nice little run there from Kyler Murray.
Typical.
Yeah, it was nice to see some offense in this game so far. It's only been 3 minutes. Where are the fireworks? Come on. Your boy Van Der Esch is back.
Yeah, I saw that. It was just kind of a bummer.
Damn bummer.
I really like to have him, but
yeah, it sucks. Well, sometimes you just think that you lose everybody or whatever. You think you lose somebody for the year. People are asking you, like, why the hell do you still own Divine Azigbo? Because I got an IR spot, bro. I got an IR spot. It's where he's going to stay. That's where he's going to sit. Corey Davis back, nothing to write home about. Khalif Raymond, stock, a little bit of drop there. Adam Humphries, maybe his stock drops just a little bit. Did he get
a touchdown, though?
He got a touchdown this week, but Corey Davis was out.
Yeah.
So maybe his stock drops just a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not a Corey Davis lover. I'm not telling you to push him into your lineups at any point whatsoever. I don't care what he does on the field. I hate him. I'm never going to trust him because the week I trust him, that's when he's not going to do shit. It's not when he's going to do dinky do. All right, Mark Ingram, he could return potentially in week 8. If he is not there after the bye, Ravens do have a bye in week 7. Who do you like more, Gus Edwards or J.K. Dobbins? They're going up against the Steelers that week.
Dobbins.
Yeah, Dobbins been the guy for you, right? I like Gus Edwards a little bit. He did not look good yesterday, though. I don't really like either option, but just because Lamar just seems to just take all the volume in the rushing. But if there's a guy that could break out, reminiscent maybe of DeAndre Swift this week, could we get maybe at least a touchdown for Dobbins in week 8 if Ingram isn't there?
That'd be good. I mean, for me, the way I see it is, I think that Dobbins is a lot easier to bounce on the outside than Edwards.
Yeah, that's purely their roles. Like Edwards up the middle, Dobbins outside.
But the Steelers' defense is stout inside. On the outside, there's only T.J. Watt and Bud Dupree, so maybe you can beat them every once in a while and get some yardage. So I think J.K. Dobbins is going to have more opportunity than Gus Edwards just because Steelers' defense is built very strongly on the inside.
If they're in the game, and I expect it to be a close game, I expect J.K. Dobbins to be needed if Ingram isn't there. But between who gets more volume, I would still expect Edwards. I just don't expect him to do a ton with it because he's just going to get fed in between the tackles. And that Steelers D-line is solid, right? So I'll give the nod for Edwards to get more volume. But if you ask me who's going to more likely to score a touchdown, I'll probably say it's Dobbins. But realistically, probably fucking Lamar just poaches both of their asses. Maybe that's the week where they let loose their passing offense. If there's a weakness, if there's a link in the chain or weakness in the chain for the Steelers, it's their secondary, right? I mean, Minkah Fitzpatrick looked good this week. He went up for a touchdown on one of those Baker interceptions. But I don't necessarily love either of those guys next week. Between the two, I'll take, or not next week, but 2 weeks from now, I'll take Dobbins over Edwards going forward if that's going to be the case. But hopefully Mark Ingram just comes back. If they're saying he could come back, maybe he's still there. And, all 3 of these guys have been limited, But one injury, it can prop the rest of them up. We were talking up Swift before the Sunday game.
Yes, you were.
But we were kind of expecting Peterson to be out. He did wind up playing. Peterson got the first touchdown, actually. He had the first touchdown on the first drive, and I was thinking, man, that kind of sucks. I was hoping Swift would do something this week. Here comes old man Peterson. And then they shut him down. It was 4 carries on that drive. I think he had 3 carries the rest of the game, Peterson. Matt Patricia, I don't get it. Matt Patricia also saved his job. Good for you, sir. We don't agree with it. I'm not clapping. I'm not clapping. I guess I should probably want Matt Patricia there as Kyler Murray rushes for a first down. I guess I should want Matt Patricia there because, they're just doing so badly. I'd want that to continue to happen, right? Kind of the same thing with Mike Zimmer in Minnesota. If you're a Bears fan, I guess I kind of want him not to get fired.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on over there. crazy.
That's a pretty big disappointment to me, Minnesota. I thought they were gonna not be 1-5. Is that what they are right now?
Yeah, 1-5.
That's pitiful. That's real bad. So I don't know what's going on.
I did not expect them to be that bad. I expect the Lions to be on the outside looking in this division. They're now 2-3. Lions, if they can get a win this week up against the Falcons in week 7, sitting 3-3.
They in it.
Not bad. I think that's not bad for the Lions, if you ask me. And they were in it week 1 against the Bears. They had the win within their fingertips, literally. So I mean, the Lions might be better than what people are anticipating. They're going to be the plus option visiting the Falcons this week. There might be some value there, I think. What was your biggest shock in week 6? What was the biggest matchup, or it could be fantasy related too, that was just like, what the hell? Or maybe you turned on the game and was just like, what is going on here? What did I miss?
I think my biggest shock, we were talking about it before the show, definitely New England. Like even with Drew Lock coming back, like it was just how poor they played, even with Cam Newton coming back. It was just like they kind of lost their mojo. But it is only one game, but that was kind of like the biggest shock, because that was kind of like my lock, in my head of like, put the Sharpie in of the W for the Patriots, but did not happen. They got shown up by Denver, so good for Denver. Nice little pat on the back for a young team, but New England's got to look at that and be like, we cannot have this happen again.
They got showed up by Brandon McManus.
Oh, did you see
6 field goals?
Did you see his tweet?
No.
Oh man, he called out everybody. He was like, not owned in 94% of my Yahoo leagues. Yes. Shout out to the 5.6% that rides with me. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, he really called out people. But yeah,
18-point game. I know it's a big one.
Yeah,
it's a big one. He didn't even hit did he hit a deep ball?
I don't think so.
He hit all 30s. Like, what the hell? Like, come on, you get before you make that tweet, McManus, you got to hit a 40-yarder if that's the case. I don't know if he didn't hit one, but I could have swore all of them were in close, because I want to say he had 18 fantasy points. That's cool and everything, but I mean, the Pats, what are you doing, bro? You're losing by literally 6 field goals. Like, you can't do anything on offense. I mean, dude, where's my star? He's not a star anymore, but Julian Edelman. Like, that's a name I can throw into the Chanel mix. Like,
man,
dude, his time is done. His 179 yards in that one game, he's not going to total that for the rest of the fucking season.
Yeah.
Like, he had 179 receiving yards. His career high in this year with Cam Newton as his quarterback, and now he's like, he won't get that the rest of the year. I don't understand.
I don't understand why they're not using him more. I really don't.
They're literally not putting him on the field. And if he's really that hurt, then fine, but just say as much. Like, quit playing like the mental game here. Like, no one needs to prepare for Endelman, even if he's going to be 100%. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need to game plan against him. Defenses
are definitely willing to lose to Edelman for sure. Like, they'll give up that play to shut down the rushing attack of the Patriots. So
yeah, absolutely. John Reed's talking up Aaron Rodgers and the pack this week. I'll say it's pretty surprising.
Very surprising.
Aaron Rodgers throwing 2 touchdowns in one game. I'd have to look back and when that happened last. I don't know when we could find that. You want to try that?
What was the stat?
When was the last time that Aaron Rodgers threw 2 interceptions in a game?
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, they were showing like numbers like Carson Wentz the past years versus Aaron Rodgers' career, something like that. Nowhere in comparison. He's vastly accurate across his career. The pick 6, I think, was what was most troubling for me, because it was just a huge tide turner. You saw the Tampa team getting a lot more motivated, having a lot more hustle, a little bit more pep in their step, and yeah, it was just a huge turn of the tide. Really gave Tampa the leg up, in my opinion. Even still being down, 10-7?
I found it.
What was it?
It was week 15 in 2017.
Wow.
Carolina.
3 years.
And he threw 3 touchdowns for 3 interceptions, and he lost 24-31.
Wow. That's absolutely crazy. Since 2017, you'd have to go back. Giving you real value here, folks. Real info here on the Hizzy. When the last time Rodgers threw multiple interceptions in a game. God,
yeah.
Talk. That's absolutely wild. Yeah, that was a big shock to me. I don't really think there was too many others. trying to think of like another upset that went down this week.
I was cheering on freaking Cincinnati, but that was
a very shocking first half, we'll say.
Yeah, I would say that.
Oh, Andy.
Embarrassing.
Andy, no.
Jordan Hicks is cut for that drop.
Yeah, wow.
That was going to be a pick six, man. That was going to put the game away.
Andy is smiling so much after that potential.
Oh, guys. Terrible throw by me.
A red rifle. Oh, man. There's no pressure on him. There's no pressure on him.
Man, he should have hit that one.
That was Lamb on the cross?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's in his hands and out, just like that. Andy's clapping like he wanted the guy to intercept it. I don't know what's going on with that one.
All right, good job, team. Good job.
Yeah, that was very Jason Garrett of him. Very Jason Garrett of him.
Kind of looks like Jason Garrett.
He kind of does look like a Jason Garrett fellow. I could see that. Encroachment
downfield.
Okay.
12 men on the field.
Okay. All right. Flag on the Cowboys.
Definitely called that.
Still zeros here in Big D. Not great. Not loving it. We're going to be closing down the show probably a little bit early today. We're going to go through our fob options, and that's going to be it. They took a really long time getting this game on here. So you've got Andy Dalton, 2nd and 15 at his own 5. How about Zeke for a 95-yard run?
That'd be perfect.
That would be excellent. He goes for about 4 yards, about 90 yards short.
Yep.
All right, so let's jump into some of our fob options. Anthony Firkser, who we brought up earlier, definitely someone that you need to spend some money on. We're not going to say the whole bag. If you're, Firkser owner, if you're, who was the other? Oh, Zach Ertz that went down. If you're Gronk.
Richard Rodgers.
I think if you're a Richard Rodgers owner, I think Firkser's gone. I think he's been taken already. We got Darren Fells for Houston. He scored a touchdown this week, had a pretty productive week. I'd say it's about time to grab him. 3 touchdowns
it's gonna be a bumpy ride with him. Guaranteed.
Oh, safety? Oh my goodness. I don't know what was going on there.
Man.
Dalton avoids a safety by getting the ball out to Zeke. Zeke almost drops the ball and almost gets it intercepted.
Stone hands, man. That's what I'm talking about. Stone hands.
This is a wild start.
They need him.
Bro, look at that throw. Come on. No one should have even tried to catch that ball. It should have been knocked down. Look at this. That's a dead play. He should be throwing it out of bounds. Oh my God. Damn, he almost takes his ankle with him too. Shit. That would have been a close call for Andy. They would have been calling Colt McCoy. AZ at the 50-yard line. Cowboys hold him to it. That was actually a really good punt. Shout out for the brand. All right, other fob options. You got Giovanni Bernard. Definitely something you want to take a look at with Mixon leaving that game. Bernard's getting used a lot in the passing game. I think he's just somebody that needs to get owned if he's not. Somebody that I'm seeing on a lot of lists. How about in your leagues?
Yeah. I mean, he definitely has a role.
Consistent role every week. And if Mixon stays out of any of these games, Bernard's going to be a solid play going forward. Mm-hmm. How about Marcus Johnson, receiver for the Colts?
Man, it's just random receivers popping up in Indianapolis, isn't it? He was there last year, but they're digging real deep into the bag for these receivers to pop.
He did pretty good this week. He had 108 receiving yards, and he's getting receptions downfield, 22, 27, 30, 40-yard catches. I'm saying he's a stash. I'm saying you got to own him. Do we know who they go up against next week? Colts? I don't know off the top of my head.
I'm getting it.
But I think he's a name definitely to stash. I'm not saying to start him into your lineups next week. If it's a respectable matchup, I could definitely see it. But if you're hurting for receiver, this is definitely a name I want to see going forward. I don't want to see him on my waivers next week. If he is, I'm definitely going to be grabbing him for sure.
The Colts are playing they have a bye.
They have a bye. So it could be a good week if you have some spots available on your bench, but you don't need to spend any money on him then. If he's on a bye.
And then they're playing the Lions.
Yep. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. If you can grab this guy without having to spend any cash on him, I think it's going to be solid. If you have the bench availability, right? Because he's going to be on a bye. So look out for that, but definitely a good stash this week for potentially week 8. Especially if you're hurting on FOB. If you already spent the bag on somebody, definitely a good spot to pick up Marcus Johnson on a bye. Nelson Aguilar and Hunter Renfrow would have been some good guys this week for that.
Yeah.
Boston Scott and Corey Clement. Who are you taking? Sanders is already out.
Scott.
Boston Scott. I don't care. I honestly, guys, they're names that you have to get. You have to own one of them, but I'm not saying to start them this week. And don't spend a ton on them. Boston Scott probably was spent on a ton to start the year.
Yeah.
Dropped. You know what I mean? And then Corey Clement, who I think was actually getting more carries there. But it could go literally either way. It's Thursday Night Football. It's a short week. I can't lend up more upside to one over the other. You're saying Scott over Clement for sure?
I'm going to say Scott just because it's a coin toss.
It's a complete coin toss. Brashad Perriman back for the Jets. You know, he's getting the leading touches there. If you're going to own a Jets receiver, Perriman's going to be the guy going forward. You're going to say no, period.
Good luck with that, depending on Jets players.
Yeah, it's just Jets players in general. Sam Darnold could come back into the lineup, and these receivers could be more legitimate threats in your lineup, I think. Yeah. So I guess that's what I'm holding out for. If Perriman's available, grab him, throw him on your bench, wait for Darnold to get back. Yeah, Drake is taking some pretty good licks here right around the line of scrimmage as Kenyon Drake goes for a couple yards a gain. Gus Edwards, because J.K. Dobbins is going to be owned, right?
Yeah.
Dobbins is most likely owned in your league. Go out and grab Gus Edwards in case Mark Ingram's going to be out week 8. Another name that, again, you don't have to spend money on. He's going on a bye. If you have the bench availability, someone that you want to get into your or onto your bench, onto your team, stash him, just because we don't know what's going to happen in week 8. And you got to play to a lot of this COVID stuff too. You know what I mean? You just have to have these options. You know, if you wind up having a Gus Edwards on your bench, through the bye, right? But then one of your starters is on a team that gets hit with COVID.
It could work.
You need depth. And as I alluded to earlier, JaMycal Hasty for the 49ers. Just told you guys Raheem Mostert. He's going to the IR.
What happened to Jeff Wilson?
I don't know. He may have gotten hurt. But Hasty he was like 9 carries last night up against the Rams. Competitive game, still feeding him the ball. McKinnon wasn't doing much. Stash him. He plays for Shanahan. He plays for the Niners. You're talking about Jimmy Garoppolo only throwing 5 yards laterally. I want running backs for the Niners. There we go. So give me some JaMycal Hasty, probably a name that you can get for free. I don't think many are going to know about him. Quarterbacks, I like P. Rivers. I like Rivers. He's going on the bye, though, so don't spend anything on him. Jimmy G, they have who do the Niners have this week?
Let me pull it up. I was on the week after to see what the Colts were. Week 7, 49ers are going against
Rivers showed up.
Patriots.
Rivers showed up. Yeah, I don't love Jimmy up against the Patriots, but I definitely think he's someone that you need to own, especially in 2 quarterback leagues if you're in like a 12-man league. And Carson Wentz. You gonna grab Carson Wentz?
Negative Ghost Rider.
Well, those are the names that I'm seeing at the top of my free agent wire as far as quarterbacks go. So those are the names I'm going to give you. Kyle Allen, Baker Mayfield. I'm not there. So those are the other names I'm seeing. But I'm giving you Rivers, Jimmy, Wentz ahead of those guys. You're not ready to start. Kyle Allen gets Dallas next week.
Good for him.
he's not Colt McCoy.
We'll see how it goes.
He's not Colt McCoy. You won't give Kyle Allen some love and Big D? No?
It's not the same. He's not from Texas.
Kyler Murray's not, and he hasn't scored either, so maybe that's what it is.
I don't know. I'm disappointed by this game completely, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a kind of a shit show. We should have at least seen a touchdown or 2 here. I want to show Hasty is Tasty. Want to show Jake Driscoll and John Reed some love. They're up in the chat tonight.
Sub yo.
Driscoll says what's good. Jake, if you want to drop one of your props that you let go tonight, that'd be nice to share if you'd like. I had Kyler Murray under 280 passing yards. That's going to be solid. Dalton over 2 or 1.5 passing touchdowns. Doesn't look great so far, we'll say. Kirk at 3.5 catches. I don't know where he's at on that. And Amari Cooper over 5.5. Not looking great. I don't think do any of the receivers for Dallas have a catch yet.
No, I don't think so.
Let's get a quick check in on this before we wrap it up here. Get a quick check in on the box score.
6 box. And
is that another stop for Dallas? Good God.
The only person targeted is Ezekiel Elliott.
That's bad, Dalton. Come on, Andy. It's Dallas. Maybe it's the crowd. He needs the crowd there.
I don't know. He needs AJ Green.
I'm just saying, bro, like if I was a football player and I grew up my entire life watching how bad Chicago Bears were, and then I became an NFL quarterback, I feel like I'd want to play for the Bears. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I want to start my first game on Monday Night Football. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'd get into that. Dalton doesn't seem that into it. Just saying.
He's happy cashing the checks.
Both teams are struggling right now. Yes, 1,000%. Kelsey or Jake took Kelsey plus Diggs. I'm guessing those were anytime touchdowns. Man says easy money. There's never easy money, but that's awesome. I love it. I was waiting for Josh Allen to throw 2 passing touchdowns last Tuesday. That wasn't easy, sir. All right. It sounded easy on Monday when I was placing the fucking bet.
Yeah.
Tuesday night when I was struggling there, sweating bullets. It wasn't so easy. Dalton is not who we want. He's not who we thought we were. That's for sure. You're damn right there. Yeah, I mean, he's got to get it rolling here. He's got all the weapons. He has Cooper. He has Lamb. He has Gallup. The line is respectable still. I know Tyron Smith is gone, but the line is still respectable. They got guys there. They need to be getting it done. They need to do better for sure. And this Cardinals defense is not elite. It's not elite. Get some easy plays to Gallup. Get some easy plays to Lamb going. Like, I understand it might be difficult to get to Cooper. He probably has Peterson on him. That's tough. I get that. But get some easy stuff going. And, Zeke passing plays are not the easy stuff. I don't even consider that last one a real target. He was just trying to get rid of it. But
still pretty bad. It was right in his hands.
The defender's hands.
No, for the one that was.
Yeah, the defender tipped that into and then the defender tipped it and Zeke hit it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bad. Avoided a safety was what was most important. I was looking at the props for this game, and the prop that had the least likely odds to hit for first score of the game was Arizona safety. It was like plus 7,000 or something like that. It was ridiculous. That was the only thing I thought of when his legs were wrapped. I was just like, why did I bet that? Because I was looking at these lower options. I'm like, oh, wow. Like, man, like Dallas field goal, it's paying really good. Like Arizona field goal, it's paying really good. They're expecting touchdowns in this game. I like that because I'm on the over. Like, it's making me feel good. So I'm not going to bet this. I'm gonna stay away. But it makes me feel good about my over bet. And then there's no scoring. And literally,
it's like a Super Bowl.
The closest score that we've had so far has been a potential safety. It's killing me. From probably a defender for the Cardinals, we have no idea who he is. Just some unmasked hero, no-name hero. All right, we're going to be shutting it down here. Anything to close it out with, Nick?
Nope, not at all. I mean, it was kind of a crazy week with football. I hope that. What do you think about the 5 o'clock games? I kind of liked it, to be honest. But I mean, with people that have 5 o'clock schedules,
you liked it because you were at home, bro.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Damn it, I didn't like it because I wasn't.
I get you.
Yeah, if I was chilling, waiting around for it, I'd probably be pretty pumped. I'd probably be doing like a 10-minute vlog instead of 2. Just like got a lot more time. But I don't hate it. I like getting 2 games in. I just would have liked it more if this game was, something was actually competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that John Reed said, why didn't I make $1 holler on that? I probably should have. That would have been a nice bet on plus 7,000 on a safety. But I think if I was going to make $1 holler, I just would have picked all the options and just see what I got. Mm-hmm. That would be the thing to do. But no, that would have been fun little prop to hit, but didn't take it. I completely blowed my wad this week. I'm canceling my relationship with betonline.ag.
Ooh.
I guess I'll close that out with the show. My online sports book. They decided to, not get their malware renewed. So hackers decided to commandeer their website and hold it for ransom for 3 days. I don't know what they were asking. I don't know what they're asking for. I hope it was better betting lines.
Bitcoin.
Probably a lot of Bitcoin because this is a website that does deal in a lot of Bitcoin. So yeah, they were probably asking for a lot of that untraceable internet currency. I have to imagine. So yeah, I came back and they were live yesterday midday, and I had somehow like extra money in my account. Cool. They did the right thing. Gave me some cash for shutting down my account for 3 days. Taking away my ability to profit, right? Enjoy the rest of your night too, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John.
So I placed 2 bets. I'm pumped. I'm like, free money. Hell yeah, let's go. I put down a couple of parlays. I miss them. No big deal. But then I go back and that money wasn't real. That extra money was shit. So my loss turns into like double the loss. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm putting all my money on a parlay tonight. If I hit it, I'm going to keep going. I'll put it all back into another bet. I'll put it all into another bet until it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. The Bills could not cover the spread. Bills could not cover 5.5 at home against the Chiefs. Josh Allen is a fraud. He wanted to compare his arm to Patrick Mahomes. It's not there. It's not there. So here I am. I'm gonna be turning to the live sports book. Nick and I are gonna be doing our shows on Sundays now, 7:30 Eastern a.m. to 9 a.m. or 8:30, whatever, however long we do. And then my ass is driving to the book or taking the train because my relationship with online sports books is
over.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
Dunzo.
Parks and Rec reference, in case anybody caught that.
Yeah, I didn't, but that's all right. FanDuel, I'm going to need you in Maryland to break bread.
Yeah.
Get that taken care of. I really like their odds. I like their spreads. I like their betting numbers. Just not available here in the great state of Maryland. We're open for business. It's literally the state phrase or slogan, whatever you want to call it. We are open for business. Casinos, we're talking specifically to you. Sports books, specifically to you. Grant Park didn't raise any quitters, says Drake. Jake. Sorry, brother. Sorry. Me and online sports books, we're done. Just like me and Mr. Eckhoff. Just don't get it. All right? You just don't get it. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. This is Take It to the Hizzy, number 59. Take care. Be well. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Wrong button. Camera's still on.